Hello, I'm Mrs. Mercer, Decatur Township District Reading Specialist, and I'm here to teach your Sunday Level 24 Day 1 lesson for today. Your child is going to read each sound on the following cards out loud. Having your child do this rapidly is the goal. Make sure to ask for two sounds, the short and the long, for all the vowel sounds, and the two sounds that Y makes that we've learned so far. If your child makes an error, you will say, let's trace. This is the letter M, and make sure they see it, which says as in mouse. And then you'll have them trace it 3 times. And you want them to look at the letter while they're tracing and saying it. I'm going to go quickly through the following slides. If you need more time at any point, pause the video. Short and the long sound. 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 The most common sound, and the sound we say when we see this letter at the end of a short word. Short and the long sound. Okay, so now we're to the spell sound section of our lesson for today. I will say a sound and you will write the letter or letters that make up that sound. Okay, so I will say it, you repeat it, and then you write it. Okay, if your child makes an error, you would say, you want to prompt them for their own error correction. So you would say, I see ing. I wanted ang. Can anyone tell me what letters make up the sound ang? And hopefully they would go A-N-G, okay? If you don't have A-N-G for ang, cross it out and write A-N-G, ang. Then have them write it 2 more times, ang, ang, for extra practice. So that's the pattern of the error correction for that. First one, ing. Repeat ing and then write ing. Second sound, R. R. then ung. You'll be writing them in this section. Ong. Blah. Blah. Ang. Oi. Eh. Okay. Now I have a question for you. What are two ways in which you can spell the W sound? Write those two ways on the bottom line down here if you have room. If not, try to squeeze it in down here. Two ways to spell W. Okay, your answer should have been W and WH. Those are two ways to spell the W sound. Okay. All right, now we're going to do our read words section. You're going to make sure you place your fingers underneath the word. Read the word, sound it out first. If you can read it as a whole word, go ahead and do that. But if you need to sound it out, make sure you come back and read it as a whole word, blending the sounds. If they make an error, say let's trace. Make sure the student is looking at the word that they missed. Okay? And then they're going to trace each letter, say each sound, and then blend underneath while saying it for a total of 3 times. So let's say that they missed card. You would have them look at the word k-r-d, card, k-r-d, card, k-r-d, card. Tracing 3 times, touching, seeing, hearing. Okay? So pause the video and give yourself time to read the words in these 2 columns going from top to bottom. Okay, now we're going to go on to touch spelling as you have done before. If you're right-handed, you start with your pinky and tap the table. If you're left-handed, you start with your thumb and tap the table, following the left to right sequence of how we read words in our language. I'm going to dictate some words to you. You will repeat the word. You will touch spell the word. And then you will touch spell and write the word. Okay, I think we're just going to do 1 column for today since we're getting more and more words. First word, gang. Repeat, touch spell, then write. And you'll probably have to pause after every word. Next word, stall. This one's a sight word. 1. Win. Hard. Clock. Thin. Chip. And mark. Okay, now we're going to check our words. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess that we took that slide out. So, okay. Well, we'll just move on ahead then. Now we're going to do our read words section, or our sentences. spell words, phrases, and sentences section. Okay, I accidentally took that slide out to check our words, so our parents will just have to check them for us today. Okay, so our first sentence, I will say the sentence, you will tap out the sentence, one word per finger, and then you will write the sentence. You will need to pause to give yourself enough time to do your sentences. First sentence, Roy is a smart boy. Repeat, then write. Next sentence, play with the ball in the yard. When you've given yourself enough time, pause the video and check your caps. C for capitalization. Do you have the correct capitalization on your sentences? A for accuracy. Do you have the right number of words in each one of your sentences? P, punctuation. Is the punctuation correct? And S for spelling. Are your words spelled correctly? Take a moment to check those over. And now let's check our work. If you made an error, cross it out, do not erase it, and write the correct part above or below wherever you have room. When you are finished with your corrections, I want you to read these sentences out loud to someone at home. Okay? All right. Now we have our new learning for today. Ink and ank. Rule. The rule is k. Just K is the first choice for the k sound at the end of a word, after a consonant, a long vowel, or double vowel. CK comes only after a short vowel. Okay, so I want you to say these words, these sounds with me. Ink, ank. Okay. Now I want you to write ink 3 times, I-N-K, ink 3 times in the new material section. And then I want you to do ank 3 times down here in the new material section. Now take a moment and read these words that have ink and ank in them. Pause the video to give yourself time. Okay, now I'm going to dictate some words to you. You're going to repeat the word, touch spell the word, and then spell it down here in the new material section. First word, sink. And you may not have room for all these. You'll probably have to write small. Second word, wink. Third word, blink. Fourth word, rink. Fifth word, mink. Sixth word, bank. And pause the video if you need any more time between. I know I'm saying them fast today. Seventh word, sank. Eighth word, rank. Ninth word, thank. 10th word, tank. Okay, check over your words. Now look, if you see these, I see R and rank is capitalized and it shouldn't be. But if you missed any of these words, cross them out and write it correctly. Then take a moment to read these words back to someone at home. Okay, now is for our reading section, our final section of our lesson today. Read aloud section. So please read this passage aloud to someone at home. Pause the video to give yourself time. This is the end of our Sunday Level 24 Day 1 lesson for today. Thank you and have a great day.